again to Raincross Farms Makery. My name is Robin, and this is day 16 of our Sourdough Starter series. And we have been on a journey for 16 days so far. Let me show you. We finally got a lot of success in the last 2 days, so it's very exciting. So here is our original sourdough starter. You can see right now it has, I don't know if you can see, it rose up to this area and then sunk back down, which is absolutely normal. That's what it's supposed to do. As it feeds, it rises, and then after it's done feeding, it settles back down. And then here is our other one. So these are, this is our other method using the pineapple juice method. So I recorded a video so that you could see what it looked like yesterday afternoon, about 6 hours after its morning feeding. So take a look at this.
Here is the middle of her day on our original starter. Look at all those bubbles. Look at how much it rose. It is doing fine over the top. Now let me show you our pineapple solution starter. Look at that, more bubbles and doubled in size. It looks like it is good to go. And not quite so visible, but you can kind of see it. It kind of has a bubbly surface, bubbly just underneath the surface. So I am so excited.
Okay, so let's get going. This is a very active starter, but we want to make it even stronger. So we're going to continue with once a day feedings for this one. This one has been so active, I'm going to switch it back to once a day feedings because it doesn't seem to be needing twice a day, and I don't need to be doing all that extra work. So this is, again, this is our regular one. We started out with just all-purpose flour, and then just in the last couple of days, I switched to doing half and half whole wheat and all-purpose, and it took off after that. So that may have been the key there. So I'm going to discard all but about a half a cup of this, and I'm just discarding it into this bowl here because I'm going to do, after I'm done here, I'm going to record a recipe. We're gonna make some sourdough starter discard crackers. And so I'm gonna be filming that to show you how that works. And I'm going to need some sourdough discard. Now let's do our daily feeding. I'm going to do we're splitting this, so I'm going to do 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour and 6 tablespoons of warm water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to stir that up. So again, we're just making sure at this point that it is not a fluke, that it is continuously rising within 3, 4, 5 hours of feeding, that it is at least doubling. And when it is consistently at that stage, then we can attempt to bake bread with it. At this point, we're just using it for recipes that don't require a whole lot of rising action. So we have done pancakes, we've done, what else did we do? We did coconut pineapple bread, a batter bread that doesn't require a lot of rising. And clean that off. Clean up my hands. And we're going to put the lid back on. We're going to reposition our rubber band there because we want to be able to see where we started so that we can see that it rises within a reasonable amount of time after feeding it. So we will keep a watch on that one. And then this is our different method, the pineapple juice starter method, which seemed to get going a whole lot faster. This is, honestly, I can't remember if this is day 9 or day 10. I'll put it in the comments, I'll double check. But this is our different method that we used. So I'm going to, again, we were doing a twice-a-day feeding. I am making the executive decision to switch that back to once a day because it is doing so well. So I'm going to discard, again, all but about a half a cup. And I'm just combining these two discards because at this point, the only difference is the type of flour we're using. This one is, at this point, completely whole wheat. So instead of doing this twice a day, I'm going to do it once a day. So I'm going to do that double feeding. So I'm going to do a half a cup of whole wheat flour. And I'm using a 1/4 cup measure because it fits in this jar better. So I did 2 of those, and then 6 tablespoons of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So stir this up, blend it in, and let it sit. Now we're continuing to let it sit in a warm location. Looking to see that it is rising strong every time we feed it. And scrape that down off the sides. Put our lid back on and readjust our rubber band, and we'll keep an eye on it, check on it in 3 to 4 more hours and make sure it is doubling. So next steps, this is kind of the sad part because if these go ahead and rise, this will be like the 3rd day that they've been fully active. If I can get 3 good days out of it, I'm gonna stop doing these videos because there's really nothing more going on other than just repeating. So it could be that tomorrow will be our very last sourdough series video. And on that video, I will show you how I'm going to continue to maintain this, because I'm not gonna do this. This is probably not something I'm going to be doing every day once it's fully established. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, if indeed it is our last day. And then from then on, I will just occasionally show you videos of how I bake with this. So stay tuned. Again, I have some guides and some recipes that we've been using for week 1, week 2 and beyond, the new method, the different recipes I've used. So if you would like a free PDF copy of my guides, type guide in the comments and I will make sure and get that to you. So check back at least one more time tomorrow, and maybe that will be the end of our series. So thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.